today I want you guys to try the more traditional side. Let's understand first what the person looking for, okay? So let's say if Cash starts to make a bridging towards me, and he feel like he cannot place his knee inside, probably he's gonna try to shoot a far side underhook. And usually in this position, he can start to go all the way towards the single leg situation. And he start to create scramble on this position, start to create situations that his attack more like a wrestling positions. Come back now. Cash can start to go this far side underhook and start to trap my ankle. And now with that ankle trap, he can start to go towards more half guard. Okay, half guard position. Okay. He can start to go all the way on his knees and he start to go to a dog fight. He can trap my leg and he start to go dog fight. And now I'm gonna have to defend in my back. He can use the far side underhook to keep create space and start to insert his knee inside. And now he can regard. So there are multiple things he can do with that far side underhook. Okay, it's very important for us to understand how to address this, okay? So first one that you're gonna do is when the person get the far side underhook, but the person is still flying their back. Okay, let's say he has the far side underhook, it's early stage, so I'm still be able to pin him down, and you're gonna just make adjustments here, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start to make a V grip, stay strong here. I'm gonna start to make a V grip on his armpit, and I'm gonna try to stay heavy towards his arm. So understand something, higher I go here, like more close to the head I go, easier becoming to him bumping me far, and he start to escape. Okay, I need to put away on his arm. I make a V grip on his armpit, and I start to get heavy towards his arm. If you guys cannot make this V grip, you guys can use any grip on the gi, but bring your elbow as close as possible to the person's butt. Okay? Second thing that I do, I start to come a reverse cross face to create a line on his shoulder and maintain his both shoulder on the floor. Now, I walk in towards to his butt to try to bring his leg a little bit towards to the side. My forehead reinforces this control, and now I start to bring just my elbow inside. If I try to jig my hands, it's very difficult. I just bring my elbow inside. Okay? When my elbow gets inside, I start to regain control of the cross face. I can connect my hands with the hands to open my elbow, or I can maintain my hands on the biceps and just work with my elbow. Okay? So now my forehead goes down close to his armpit, just to maintain his arm in position, and now I regain control of the arm, and now I maintain the pin. Okay? So last week you focused a lot in shelf the person's arm, today we're gonna pin this arm, okay? So let's say Cash has his frames in place, the other side too. I'm gonna walk in towards his hips, I'm gonna tripod into my forehead almost to the floor, and now if I try to shelf his arm and I see he's very disciplined with the elbow, I start to insert my knee close to his rib cage, and I'm gonna pin his arm with my knee on top. And now I have the arm trap. Okay? That's gonna be the option number one in early stage. Okay? So let's say this time, Cash is gonna start to turn, but it's a little bit more on his side. I have the V grip, but he's a little bit more on his side. Okay? So look how my elbow come inside. I'm gonna use the cross face as a grip in the collar to make him look away. Okay? And I start to pulse my leg. So now because he's stay on his side, I'm gonna expose his back going around, okay, using the top spin. I'm gonna frame in front of his face. I step over. Now very important detail, my elbow go in front of his hips. And now when I step back, I expose his back. Okay? So try to maintain your chest pushing the person's back. So this grip that the elbows on the floor go to the collar. I use whatever, I like to make this grip 4 fingers inside the collar, but can be in the shoulder as well. And I'm gonna try to push as much hand belly down. I push his belly down, look, until I get a C-bell. And now I have the back exposed. Okay, keep in mind that in this position, sometimes, when you start to go around, if your partner catch your leg, like this, you guys gonna have to create, so look how I bring my leg back, and I create space between my knee and his head until I hug the head. And now when I break the control, I'm gonna be chest on chest. It's gonna be hard to get chest on back. Okay? In the late stage, when I see Cash start to turn, and he's already start to attach himself on my leg, I have to get the wizard in place. Okay? I know now it's gonna be more like a single leg situation. Okay? I get my wizard in place, I start to pulse my leg, and I start to focus on keeping his head down. I don't let him bring his head high. Higher his head go, easier becoming to him putting me down. I maintain his head down, and I try to square up to sprawl and break this connection. As soon as I break the connection, I see that my legs are free, I start to control the front headlock. And because you're working towards the back, you're going to spin to the back. I'm going to put away with my hands on his triceps. I'm going to start to walk around, and I look to the opposite side. So don't let it retract the elbow. I bring my hands all the way behind, and I finish behind him, grabbing the collar. Okay, but the back is exposed. Right? Again, all three. So early stage, you're going to maintain chest on chest, okay, guys? So I have the side. He starts to create this problem here. He starts to get the underhook. I make a V grip, and I stay heavy towards to the hips. I create a reverse crossface to create a line on him. I walk in towards to the hips, and now my elbow come inside. Okay? When my elbow come inside, you can start to regain control about the crossface. I clip my head down, and I get the underhook. Okay? So now let's say he's maintaining his elbow attached. I tripod, and my knee is going to create a line on his rib cage to trap his arm. So this is great to work submissions, okay, guys? It's not good for mount, but it's very good to work submissions. Okay? The arm trap. So second option, catch his turn, but it's more on his side. Same V grip, elbow inside. Now look, I push his head down, step over. Now when I top spin, my elbow go in front of the hips, and I go all the way behind, okay? Now I'm gonna expose the back. I keep pushing him down until I go seatbelt and the back's exposed, okay? If my partner catch my leg in the middle of the way, I bring my hands between my knee and his head, and I break the control. And now I shelf his arm, and you're gonna be in the same situation that I worked last week with the arm shelf, okay? If he catches start to turn, and he's managed to get my leg, I know it's gonna be like a wrestling exchange now. I get the whizzer, and everything that I'm gonna try to do is cover his head with my belly, square up to break the control. The arm that is outside, stay outside, and I go to a front headlock. Now look, I put away on the arm to don't let him retract his elbow and catch my leg as I go. I go around, my head go to the opposite side, my hands go all the way behind, and I establish control behind him, okay? So important detail, try to cover the hips with your knees, okay? And your chest is gonna be in the upper back, not in the lower back, on the upper back, okay? So one last time. The other side. So early stage, when he's got the far side underhook, I maintain him flat. Okay, I try to put more weight towards his arm, reverse cross face, walk towards to the butt, and now my forehead reinforce this control. Now I bring my elbow inside, hug the head, and now I'm gonna start to create space here, look, to place my head underneath until I get the head and arm control, okay? So let's say he has good frames, the other side too, inside. Sorry. He has good frames, I walk towards to the hips, now look at my knees start to insert close to the rib cage, and I pin the arm. The more you guys in tripod, better. Okay, to trap the arm. So middle stage, he turn, I apply pressure towards the arm, and now I top spin, find the grip in the collar, make him turn, all the way belly down. And now I get a seatbelt. Okay, late stage, he managed to catch my leg. I get the whizzer first, and I start to defend the single leg. I put away on him, look. Okay, I use this whizzer to apply pressure with my shoulder and put away on him. Now I sprawl, and I get the front headlock right away. Now I start to go around, I switch to the grip, go all the way until I get behind him, okay? I'm gonna do all three in regular motion. It's way more about control than speed, okay guys? All three. Yeah, doesn't matter. One. Two. So when you guys get here, make sure you have your shoulder behind the person's neck, not on the back. Apply pressure forward, and now I start to get behind. Okay? So one person's gonna do all three, and then switch bottom top. I'm gonna give you guys 20 minutes to do it. Any questions? So you're gonna alternate in 3 positions, 1 minute each. So you guys gonna attack, your partner's gonna attack you, And then you guys gonna switch to the next position with the same partner. It's gonna be 6 minutes with the same partner, minute and minute. Okay, minute attack, minute defending. So the purpose of the exercise is try to maintain your chest on the person's upper back and try to maintain the person cover with your knees, okay? Which means I want you guys try to focus. You guys not gonna try to throw hooks. I want you guys try to focus and have your knees aligned on the person's hips, okay? Just to maintain the person with your knees between your legs, okay? The person who is gonna be defending, your only job is gonna be try to turn and face your partner. Your partner is facing you, you lost the back, you start over, okay? For the person who is attacking, your goal is maintain the person back exposed and follow the person the entire process, okay? So the first position is gonna be the position that you finish at the top spin. You guys gonna have this grip in the collar, and you guys gonna have the seatbelt grip pushing the person down, like this, look, apply pressure down, because if I release pressure, Cash put his back on the floor, I lose him, okay? I need to try to maintain the back exposed. I'm gonna be pushing him down the entire time, okay? So that's the initial position. Cash has the grip, the primary hands in place, look, okay? And you go from here, okay? The second position, you guys gonna be in turtle behind with the same grip. Look, exactly the same grip. Cover the person's hips and try to maintain your chest and the upper back, okay? So always be covering on the hips in that situation, all right? So you guys can try to break the person down. You guys can try to insert your seatbelt grip from here. But in my opinion, the best you guys can do is try to break the person down and try to focus in this position, okay? In the third position is gonna be from here. You guys gonna have outside hooks, okay? Seatbelt with the same grip, and you start from here, okay? So I'm gonna put a cash over here just so you guys see. In all three positions, the exercise. Is there a start defending first, Cash attack? Cash, just maintain the chest on the back, don't need to put the hooks in, okay? Just follow him the entire time. It's a crane movement, okay? And go, maintain the back exposed. Try to be cover the hips the entire time. Stay behind, cover the hips. Try to turn the faces here. Now switch. Defend a little bit more active, a little bit more the hands on the person. Now turn behind. Now you defending, Cash. I want the defense a little bit more active. Cover the hips. Go. Okay, now switch. Now the last position, seated position. Seatbelt. Go. Cover the hips, cover the hips. Try to focus a lot and cover the hips, okay? Keep going. All right? So partner it up. You're gonna do 2 sets, okay? 1 round with 1 person, then you switch partners, then you go different person, okay? 1, 2. Let's go.